we are in the 9th month, and today is the 2nd day of the 9th month, and happened to be Sunday. Follow me very carefully, because you see, days and numbers and seasons and times are very important. Days, numbers, seasons and times are very important. Names have meanings. Times and seasons have significance. The Bible said the sons of Issachar, they had understanding of the times, and because of that they commanded their brethren. Now if you study the 12 tribes of Israel very carefully, you realize that Issachar was amongst the small tribes, and yet because they understood times and seasons, they were in the front line. Now see, it doesn't matter where you were born. When we went to secondary school, we came from preparatory schools, but there were a lot of them that came from villages, and a lot of them are doctors and lawyers and pharmacists today, and those of us who came to preparatory school didn't amount to anything. So it is not where you are coming from that matters. It is the ability to discern the times and to tap into it, because God is faithful, and his faithfulness is unto all generations. God is no respecter of times and seasons or people, and if you can do what is required of you to do, you will make it no matter where you are coming from. You see, I don't want to hear your story, because everybody here has a story. I don't want to hear who offended you, who treated you bad, because once upon a time everybody here has been treated bad. Life is like that. Life is like that. Today I came to preach on what I've titled Above the Law. I want you to understand that even though we have laws in nations, some people are untouchable. Prostitution is not allowed, and yet there are prostitutes that stand only 10 meters away from police barriers at night, because prostitution is not a person, it's a spirit. And those who even tried to arrest some of the prostitutes ended up sleeping on their back. What the? Can I preach it like I feel it? The Bible said, for whom he foreknew he called, and for whom he called he justified, and for whom he justified he glorified. He said, what then can we say about these things, that if God be for us, who then, which law can be against us? He went ahead and said, who are you to lay a charge against the elect of God? I'm preaching better. I'm preaching better. Who are you to lay a charge against the elect of God? Are you the one who died for me? No. Exodus chapter 1. Before I go to 2, I know 2 is chapter 1. In the book of Exodus chapter 1, the Bible said, and there arose a king who did not know, K-N-O-W, Genesco, who was not aware. Another translation says, who did not recognize the reign of Joseph. The Bible said when he became king, he said to the people, these people are multiplying and they are increasing, and if we are not very careful, when there arises any war, they will link up with the enemies and they will overthrow us in our own land. So let us deal with them wisely. It means that let us strategize something that in the midst of their growth and multiplication, it will neutralize their power. You see, there are 3 things that the enemy is afraid of. Number 1, financial breakthrough. Number 2, anointing. Number 3, multiplication or increase. That is why everybody is looking for the crowd. When the politician recognizes that the preacher has influence over people and he controls the crowd, they want to seek for your acceptance, because Because politics is about crowd numbers. And what the enemy is afraid of is, number one, financial blessing. Because if you have the money in your pocket, nobody can mess you up. Tell somebody, get the money. Because it's your father's property. Tell somebody it's your father's property. It is God that controls the silver and the gold and the cattle on 1,000 hills. The silver belongs to God. Tell somebody, get the money. Number one, money. The devil is afraid because money answered all things. The Bible said there was a poor man who was very wise, and he saved a whole city with his wisdom, but because he was poor, he was forgotten, because the poor man has no friend. Don't get poor, because when you get poor, you got no friend. Number two is anointing. The Bible said, and it shall come to pass that on this day the burden shall be removed and the yoke shall be destroyed because of the anointing. Because it is the anointing that breaks the yoke. When you are anointed, money will look for you, because anointing without money equals confusion. Can I preach it? And number three is crowd. The Bible said when the people saw what Jesus had done, multitudes followed him. Big time corporations and quality financial establishments are not just looking for investment in Ghana. They are looking for investment in the West African sub-region. Because how many are we? We are only 22 million people. 22 million is not even equal to the population of New York City. So no American will fly from New York City and come to Ghana to invest. He's looking at the West African or the African sub-region. Are you getting what I'm saying? Because the budget for New York is bigger than the budget of Africa. Somebody's only prayer is that he will buy a car. What are you going to use a car for? For what? To drive with your wife and children? Your mind is too small. That is the smallest thing God can ever do for anybody. A house. We are talking about cities and nations, and you are talking about a house. You are far behind time. The Bible said when the people saw that they were increasing and multiplying, they were irritated. Because you know something, when people get to know that you are increasing, they will talk about you. As long as you are going to be in that single room with your wives and your children, nobody's going to touch you. But when you begin to own property, when you begin to build houses, when you begin to take possession of lands, and you begin to influence people, they will talk about you, because men are afraid of numbers and increase. As long as you remain in this your glasses and your one shoe, nobody will mind you. When the Egyptians saw that even after the death of Joseph, the people are still multiplying and increasing, they got angry. And the Bible said they afflicted them and increased their burdens. And the more they afflicted them, the more they increased and multiplied. Let me tell you something. Don't tell me about what your mommy did against you, or what your papa did against you, or what somebody did. If somebody can increase and multiply in the midst of affliction, shut your mouth, succeed, and let your enemies shut up. Let them laugh about you. When they see you succeeding, they'll stop laughing. Because you know something, success speaks more than your mouth. Verse 12, Exodus chapter 1. Put it on the screen. Exodus chapter 1 verse 12. The more they afflicted them, the more they multiplied and grew. And because of that, they were grieved. Do you think anytime you succeed, somebody will clap for you? People are grieving because we are here. My gift shall make room for me. And Paul said to Timothy, do not despise the gift that is in you. Stir it up. The more they afflicted them, the more they increased and multiplied. And because of that, the people were grieved. If If because of your success somebody decides to walk out of your life, let him go to hell. Do you know that there are a lot of people who want to become a big part of a small thing rather than being a small part of a big thing? So when something increases, they don't want to know. They always want you to be small so that they can see their bigness in your smallness. But I declare over your life, you shall be big and you will swallow their bigness. You will swallow their bigness. Someone shall leave me alone. What percent the be I come out of a senade. I join Pacho, many on Paboy, into Tom Pabuane Hano. Utu feeding Chenko High, why would die Hano? You see that some people are, as long as you are small, they are happy with you. But when you become big, the people were grieved. And let me tell you something, men will not change. You think they are going to clap for you when you get married? You think when you give birth they are going to clap for you? Organize your wedding anyhow. If you invite them whether they come or not, I will bless the wedding. I said I will bless the wedding. The people were grieved because of somebody's success. And the Bible said they increased their burdens the more. But they couldn't stop them, and the Bible said they made them to function with rigor, with extra burden, and still they couldn't stop them. And the Bible says, so they called the midwives and said to them, if you go to deliver them and you realize that they are carrying a man, what's it, male child, a man child, man, even though it is a child, it is a man. Kill the men and leave the women, so that the women will be lesbians. The enemy is looking for the men, not the women. With all respect to the women, we don't want to bring down anybody, because ministry is not about bringing up people. But let me tell you something, if a man is not in the house, don't let your small money fool you and think because you got some money in your account you are complete. No, you are no wiser than God. And God made Adam and Eve, not Adam and Steve. And let me tell you something, even the enemy knows that if he can cut off the men, the women aren't going anywhere. That is why 52-year-old women who have no respect for marriage are sleeping with boys. Kill the men and allow the women to live. That was the instruction of the king. Let me tell you something. The kind of pressure that comes on the men cannot be compared to that comes on the women, because that is how the world is created around. With all respect to the women, we love them, we appreciate them, they got to be in the house. But if we are not available, we call a woman whose husband has died a widow. And the original translation means a woman without a covering. Kill the men and leave the women. Can you imagine living a life without a man? And the Bible said the Egyptians made a legislation against women that were carrying babies that were men. But the women feared God, so they didn't do what the king told them to do. And the Bible said the king called them and said, what have you done? Why have you done this? And the midwife said, the Jewish women are lively. Let me tell you something. You are too lively for somebody. I said, let me tell you something. Girls, are you listening to me? You are too lively for somebody to just fidget with you. You are too lively for you to allow your heart to be broken. The Bible said, guard your heart in all things, because out of your heart proceeded all the issues of life. If you allow anybody to break your heart, you have destroyed your life, because out of the heart proceeds the issues of life. One man break my heart. For what? The Egyptians women said, the midwife said, the Jewish women are lively, and before we get there, they have already delivered. Let me tell you something. As we have begun September, before we get there, before our enemy get there, we shall already deliver. So the king called them again and said, now throw all the babies into the river. Throw them. Kill them. And the Bible said, now I'm about to preach. Chapter 2. The Bible said, in the midst of this law, a man of Levi went out and found a woman who was a wife. Let me tell you something. No law can stop you from stepping out. And there was a man of the house of Levi. Let me tell you something. This is a Levitical house, and we are not afraid of any law. I curse any law in your family. I curse any law in your family. In your father's house, I curse it. In your mother's house, I curse it. Tell somebody it won't work. He went out of the house of Levi and found himself a wife. And there was a man of the house of Levi who went out and took a wife. It means that when you are looking for a wife, you must take one. The Bible says he took a wife. He didn't take a girlfriend. He took a wife. He didn't take a girlfriend. You don't need a girlfriend. What you need is a wife. And the Bible said he made him conceive and bear him a son. Let me tell you, now watch this very carefully. Was God not aware of the law? Yes, he was aware. Was God not aware that the king was looking for all the male children to kill? He was aware, but not your child. Hey! Hey! He bare him a male son, a man child. Whatever they have said in the media that doesn't conform to the word of God, we refuse it. We are not part of it. We dishonor it. And she conceived and bare a son. And the Bible said, when the mother saw the child was too goodly. Put it on the screen. Put it on the screen. And when she saw him, that he was a goodly child, it means that she carried high favor in the midst of negative law. How many of you know that when it is very dark, the light shines better? You will shine better. I say you will shine better. If you are standing, shine better. If you are shouting, shine better. And the Bible said, because of that, God gave the child a 90-day security as assignment. They signed an agreement to secure the child for 90 days. And the Bible said the mother hid him for 3 months. But after 3 months, she couldn't hide again. Let me tell you something. Before they realize, we shall be in December. 90 days from today, we shall be in December. And he's the Alpha and the Omega. And because of Omega, nobody can stop us in the month of December. Give the Lord a shout. The mother protected the child for only 90 days. The Bible said at the end of 90 days, they couldn't hide the child again because the child had become bigger than their security. Let me tell you something. By December, you shall be bigger than everybody's. Hey! Hey! Listen! Anybody that feeds you, very soon, you won't feed from the person again. Anyone that gives you money, very soon, you won't need the money again. Anyone that drives you, very soon, you won't sit in your car again. Because after 90 days, you won't need security again. There is always a time when somebody covers you. But there's coming a time where only God will cover you. Only God will cover you. You won't need the security of any man. Now watch this. And when the mother, and when she could no longer hide him, she took for him an ark. That's all. Now look at me. Look at me. Who said it's a basket? It's an ark. The first time we heard the word an ark was in Genesis when there was a flood. And it contained every generation. But this time around, the same ark that contained a generation is containing only one baby. You didn't hear what I said? Hey! Hey! The money that took care of your whole family shall be your chop money for one day. Shall be your chop money for one day. The money that took care of your family shall be the price of your shoe. Shall be the price of your shoe. I am too big. I need an ark. They made for him an ark. Noah, together with all the generations and all the animals, stayed in one ark. But for Moses, in his time, even in his childhood, she slept in an ark. Let me tell you something. What it took people 20 years to buy, what it took people 40 years to acquire, you will buy it like chicken. I say you will buy it like chicken. You see, that is why I will not be surprised if you just meet a house and you ask for the price in the morning and you pay for it in the evening and you move into it the next day. That will be your story. Are you hearing what I'm saying? Tell somebody it is possible. Tell somebody I have an ark. That is my small beginnings. The esuma wono no nyawo the esuma wono no ubaya ne ketewa. They made an ark for the baby. Ark. And the Bible said they put him in a child. They made for him an ark. Let me tell you something, church. What we deserve is an ark. This is an ark generation. This church is not for houses. We deserve an ark. There is something in you that makes it impossible for anybody to hide you. You are a city set on a hill. You are the salt of the earth. You are the light of the world. You are a miracle looking for somewhere to happen. Are you hearing me? You are not somebody's breakfast. And the Bible said they put him by the riverside. And Moses' sister went far away and stood far away to see what will happen. Before she realized, the daughter of Pharaoh was coming towards the ark. Let me tell you something. Because of your container, it will attract. You are not hearing what I'm saying. Because of your container, it will attract heavyweights. It is your container that determines your friends. If anybody is waiting to see what will happen, they will see what they have never seen before. Share. Akola wadi 3 months or the akin. Uka say natural. Now masati na uhu adie an uhu adie so. She went and stood afar, waiting to see what will happen. And the Bible said the daughter of Pharaoh came from afar together with her maidens. And the Bible said she came to bathe in the river. And one of her maidens saw the ark and went close to the ark. And when they opened the ark, the baby cried. Not because she was sorrowful, but she made an announcement that my level has changed. My level has changed. My level has changed. My level has changed. Let me tell you something. Let me tell you something. I can say, hey, I call Benny. No, say me a heavyweight. And the Bible said, and the baby cried. And immediately, let me tell you something. The Bible said the daughter of Pharaoh had compassion. From today, when they hear your voice, I said from today, when they hear your voice, they will have compassion. They will have compassion. They will have compassion. They will have compassion. Give the Lord another shout of praise. Afraid and his sister no dibri keba. Ekwana biya manededa. So then home about a breakthrough. Let me tell you something. Anybody who doesn't want to see you succeed, God will use them to make you succeed more. God will use them to make you succeed more. The sister came and said, please, I know somebody who can take care of the baby. Let me. Are you sure that God doesn't know your end? Are you sure that God doesn't know that in September you will need a breakthrough, and that God should connect you to a good man, so that at the end of the day you will not be a single man? Are you sure God is not aware that you have a need? Everything you need from the day you were born to the day you will die have already been set up, because before you were born in your Jesus Christ, he knew you and he justified you and he redeemed you even before you sin. In the midst of a law that says we should kill people, the same people who made the law took care of the baby. And the Bible said they brought Moses' mama, paid her. I will not be surprised that this month somebody pays your bill. Hey, they will pay your bill. I said they will pay your bill. I said they will pay your bill. And the child grew. Abba. And the child grew. And the mother brought him into Pharaoh's daughter, and he became her son. Listen to what happened. And she called his name Moses. Why? Because she said, I drew him out of the water. Was akwalawe? Do you know why you are still here? Gossiping couldn't kill you. Skin pain couldn't kill you. Jealousy couldn't kill you. Character assassination couldn't kill you. They spoil your name, it couldn't kill you. They rejected you, couldn't kill you. They backstabbed you, couldn't kill you. Your own friends poured your name, couldn't kill you. You are Moses